guys, this is Sean. I'm back again with another cool video cosplay tutorial or whatever you want to call it. In this video we are going to be working on my Nightwing cosplay. I think it's awesome. Yeah. Guys, let's get started. These are the patterns for my chest piece because I like starting off with the chest piece. And why not? Now I apply my contact cement and I let the glue dry to attack before I start making contact. That's why they call it contact cement. Now I use barge contact cement, but you can use dab wood. Now that I got my chest piece put together, it's time to connect the two together. And I do this using a flat surface. This ensures that my seams are really nice and clean. And if you're following along, you should end up with something that looks like this. I'm gonna apply some heat so I can mold it a little bit better, kind of have that roundness to it, and it's looking a lot better. What do you think? Moving along to the abdominal piece, I'm going to do some undercut. I'm gonna take my razor blade and just go halfway through the material, then apply some heat and then roll the foam so I can get the organic looking muscle thingies. Then once I get it all cut out and shaped the way I want it to, I go and apply some hot glue to it. Now I'm going to apply this accent thingies to the side of the armor, which is going to wrap around the abdominal piece and go over it kind of like this. Now it's looking kind of spiffy. I want to add some more details to it, so I took my wood burner with the spatula shaped looking thingy and I'm going to burn in some lines with some details. I even add the trap strap, which is going to connect to the back piece, which is this one right here. I got my spinal guard and my shoulder plates. I'm going to glue that on together and you end up with something that looks like this, which is kind of like a, I don't know, an elephant. That's what it looks like. Now it's time to connect these two big pieces together by the trap strap thingy. And yeah, you can actually make this adjustable, but I made this to fit me specifically, so I already know that's how much slack I want. Now I need to connect the abdominal to the spinal piece, which I'm using these rib straps. I guess that's what you can call it. Sounds legit to me. Now I'm going to add some of these tabs to the sides and the upper lower area and corresponding pieces to the spinal guard. Now I'm going to add some elastic velcro to the front. I'm going to put some contact cements on these tabs, and then I can put some velcro with some adhesive back in. Now I'm going to take my hot spatula burner and burn me some slots so I can slide the elastic in, because I like gluing the elastic on the inside so it doesn't look as tacky, I guess. So you should have something that looks kind of like this. I have some velcro sewn onto the elastic and it should just go over just like this. No rocket science here. So far this is what my torso piece is looking like. I'm going to draw in some lines so I can make sure I put my emblem on there. I'm going to use some blue craft foam for the emblem because why not? Kind of makes sense, but it didn't really matter because I'm going to end up painting it. But I had blue foam, so yeah. Now that I got it all glued together, it looks like I got some Cadillac emblem, or maybe some boomerang, whatever you want to call it. But I'm gonna glue it onto my chest piece, and it's gonna look like this and that towards the back. And I did apply some heat to help make it mold better to the body armor. Right here I'm using a universal template that I use for my cod piece, but I'm going to make some modifications to the template so that way it fits to the armor properly. Then I added this V-shaped thingy like this so I can apply some velcro to it, and this is what's going to attach to the bottom of the abdominal piece. And now we're going to work on some arms. Here are the templates that I use for the shoulder pads. I got my contact cement on there and it's dry to attack. I'm gonna attach all my pieces, making sure all my lines are lined up nice and smoothly. And once I get all the pieces glued together, it should look something like this. Now I'm gonna add some accents to it to make it look a little cooler. Got my patterns drawn out on some 5mm craft foam, cut everything out in a beveled edge. I use my heat gun so I can form it really nice to the shape of the shoulder pads. And once you're done, you should have something to look like this. I scuffed down the surface, added some contact cement so I could put this Velcro, which has a adhesive back end. Then I used some hot glue so I can attach this elastic strip. It has some Velcro sewn onto it, and that's going to attach to the armor. And here is a basic bicep guard. I'm going to do some undercut, apply some heat. I find it really easy to roll it on this bearing, so if you have one of these marble or bearing laying around, be good to use. And now I'm going to draw out some lines that I'm going to cut out with this wood burner with a spatula tip on there, so I can slide my elastic strip in there. This is how it looks like with hot glue on there, and this is where I'm going to slide my elastic in and apply my hot glue just like that. Doing it like this gives it a cleaner look, and you actually utilize more of this elastic. Then I'm going to put some Velcro on here. This is going to attach to the shoulder pauldrons. Notice how it kind of gives it a little bit of wiggle room there. Here are the patterns for my forearms, or you can call them bracers or whatever, I don't care. Now I'm going to glue the centers together, and on the outer edge I'm going to take some coarse sandpaper and scuff down the surface so I can glue this zipper to it. I'm using barge contact cement, and I'm applying 2 coats per surface. That way I can make sure that it is going to make a really good bond. And now that I have the center glued together, it's time to carefully align the zipper. You want to make sure that the closed end of the zipper is on top. You want to be able to zip it open going upwards, if that makes any sense. I had somebody put the zipper upside down and they still couldn't fit their hand through it. Yeah, but once you trim off all your excess material, you want to be able to slip it on just like that. And now it's starting to look really legit, if you ask me. Now it's kind of a tight fit, so I'm going to apply some heat so that way I can loosen up the foam just a little bit, and then even roll the edges where my arm bends and my wrist bends. Here are the accents that I'm going to use for the forearm. Thought it looked kind of cool. Kind of traced everything out on my computer, and then I put in my laser cutter. I traced everything onto the gauntlet, applied some contact cement. I even thought this was a good idea, but taking it apart, everything kind of stuck to itself, and I was like, man. And now I'm just going to apply the outer line thingy because it looked really cool. I'm going to glue all the inserts together to make it just a little bit thicker, and I'm going to apply some super glue and attach it right onto the gauntlet just like that. Using super glue is a whole lot quicker than using contact cement. I don't really use it for a whole lot of other things, but maybe accents. It's a good idea, I guess. So here's what we got so far, the torso and the arms. I wanted to make sure that the shoulder pads line up with the front emblem, and since I'm looking at the emblem, why not add another emblem? Because I think it looked cooler that way. So I drew in some lines and I went back over it with the wood burner. I thought this would look really cool, add some extra details, and these additional lines really make the armor pop. Now normally I would do arm days and leg days, and I figured why not just do all of it all in one day. Here are all the pieces for my Shin Guards. I'm gluing the back muscle piece, I guess. I don't know what you call it. But I'm going to heat it up, and then I'm going to roll it on this ball that I got from Lucille. Gave it some curvature. Now I'm going to glue some zippers because I like this whole zipper concept. It's a cleaner look if you ask me. And then I went and add some details to the front. As you can tell, that looks kind of like the Nightwing emblem with the wings cut off. But trust me, no birds got hurt in this project, I promise you. So far so groovy, and we're almost done assembling the armor. Now we're working on the thigh guards, and this is the template that I use most often, applying some velcros and some elastic straps. This will keep it nice and firm to my body, and it should all look something like this. Now it's time to add some more accents to the thigh guard. It looks like more birds, branding, you know what I mean, just in case like Nightwing gets his body blown to pieces and they find his leg and they're like, look, it's Nightwing's leg. I can tell because it's got this wing on there. Let's have a look-see at what the armor looks like before I go and throw some paint on it. I'm using some silver paint. It didn't come out the way I wanted, so I made some wham color. Wham is where you take multiple colors, you mix it up, and wham, there you have it. Just kind of go with it, you know what I mean? So after I got everything painted black, I went and put some of this puff paint. I'm really bad at puff painting, so I just put whatever on there and smooth it out with my fingers. I can't imagine applying puff paint all over a Nightwing cosplay. Who does that? Tell me in the comment section below. Who puff paint a whole cosplay? There's a hint. His name is Sean Dynamite Weber. But for real though, y'all should go check out his Instagram. It's got some of the sickest Nightwing cosplays. But enough about that Sean. Let's talk about this Sean's Nightwing cosplay. What y'all think? It's starting to look pretty sick, I think. I wouldn't add some weathering to the emblem or anything that was like blue or metallic. I left the black pretty much alone. Really no sense in shading the black because it's black. As for the gauntlets, I kind of went heavy on the weathering because he really uses Finn to beat up bad guys. So I wanted it to show. Here is a look at my Shin Guard. I painted it some metallic blue and I shaded it, and then I'm adding some weathering to it to make it really pop out. And so far this is how everything is looking. I like it. I'm really digging it. I'm not gonna put this on just yet. I still gotta make the under armor, which is going to be another sewing tutorial. So you guys want to make sure you stick around for that. Y'all let me know in the comment section below, what do y'all think? I think the metallic puff paint lines look really cool. I hope you guys dig the video. I hope you guys learned something. Yeah, templates will be available. Links will be in the description below. Go by and snag you some if that's what you're into, I guess. If you guys want to check out more pictures of my Nightwing cosplay, be sure to follow me on my Instagram. I even post pictures on my Facebook too. So I got a bunch of other cool cosplays coming up. Got Batgirl armor, got the Batman armor. Actually got 2 Batmans brewing in the kitchen right now. And I even have Robin, maybe Red Robin, I don't know. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome cool tutorials. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.